ధని సగమా.
To call Kolkata, with its long history of occupiers, migrants and game changers, a mere melting pot is to severely understate its unique personality. It's a city that embraces its many influences, that manages to look back fondly at its colonial legacy. It's the only major Indian city that manages to be both sleepy and stubborn, resolutely holding on to not just one time-worn way of life, but many. And nowhere does this past simmer with more energy than in Kolkata's many kitchens. It is there, after all, that we see most of the flavors from the many British, Chinese, Armenians and Jews, not to mention a slothful Nawab from up north, who all considered this home. And so, for those who choose to venture into its bylanes and bazaars, there is a treasure trove of treats waiting to be served up. And that is why, early one morning, I wound my way to Tiriti Bazaar. No matter how fresh this all looks, believe me, it's not shopping that's got me out this early in the morning. No, I'm at the kind of place where you need to head to at break of day. Why? Because it offers breakfast and you better be here on time, because here it sells out fast. As the fisherwomen start to haggle, as the steamers billow, as the walks heat up and a city slowly comes to life, meet the day with a splash of spice. Because outside of Tangra, this is where the Chinese choose to chow down. And I don't know about you, but that meant I was sold. Dim sum for breakfast? Count me in. So what's your fancy? Shumai that's filled with fish before it's shoved into the fryer? Some deep-fried rice pudding, hearty and heavy?
It's yummy.
Crisp momos?
Nothing like a momo to kick off the day.
Or some chowsi bao? Steamed buns stuffed with, in this case, some of the most lurid chicken I'd ever seen. So while it's anything but refined, it's fresh enough to make up for it. Stick to the fried ones though. Tiriti Bazaar was the Chinatown of old. If a lot of the charm has been lost down the years, it's clearly still doing something right. I was warned it's all sold out by 9. So swiftly to the soup kitchen I go. Teeming hot bowls of broth served with a fish bowl and a meat bowl. Equal opportunity eaters these. Add some chili, a splash of soya, and I am good to go.
I have no idea what's in here. Probably everything but the kitchen sink. In these cases, it's best not to know.
It's still pretty great, but there was also mention of some chili fried pork, but perhaps that's just on the weekend. Ah well, you dim some, you lose some. But since I now had red meat on my mind, there was another place to head to. It's an institution of sorts, and one that kathi lovers across the country owe a major debt to. Yes, I mean Nizam's.
क्या है?
चिकन काटी, मटन काटी.
चलो मटन दे दो.
Now those in the know are aware that the Kolkata roll is a very special one. What they perhaps don't know is that to take a bite out of one of these is to take one out of history. Because this is the very spot where kathis were first created.
काठी कबाब, काठी रोल, ये सब यहीं से था.
मतलब इससे पहले कुछ काठी नहीं थे.
नहीं, इससे पहले कहीं कुछ नहीं.
The way they do it, it's not hard to see why it caught on so fast. From the perfectly crisp around the edges parathas to the kebabs that fill it up, grilled to perfection, all smoky and succulent. From the onions that garnish it to the egg that adds to it, this is a roll in one.
Oh my god.
That was good. I'll take another please, just for the road. A little while away was another charming sight. The cottage that holds Kewpies, a traditional restaurant that offers home-style Bengali fare. Literally, tucked away in a little alley, as you can see, this is an actual home.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.